y'all? It's your man D Real, the Black Panther stalking the urban jungle, and my brain Mediz bringing you another Be Real with D Real. This Be Real with D Real is going to be another movie review. I will be reviewing Raya and the Last Dragon. Without spoilers. So, without further ado, let's get to it. All right. Raya and the Last Dragon is a story that takes place in a realm called Kumandra. I don't know if it's like a future Earth or a dystopian Earth. I know at the beginning of the movie, the word dystopian gets dropped. But looking at maps of this place and looking at this river and this series of rivers and tributaries that figure largely into the movie, it don't look like nothing I ever seen on Earth, unless there been like some continental shifting in the 5-year process. Anyway, there are, I think, 5 or 6 tribes, if I remember correctly, that in this land they've all been divided into, and they all don't trust or like each other. And the main reason is because the main tribe, which is the Heart tribe, has been entrusted with the Dragon Gem. And this Dragon Gem contains this magic power that will protect everybody from these shadowy creatures that come out of nowhere and just start turning everybody into stone. And they're just floating around all over the place, just randomly turning mugs into stone, so folks stay from where they think these creatures are at. Once upon a time, as you may have guessed, the dragons used to protect people from these creatures. But in their effort to eradicate these creatures from the earth, they gave their own lives, and they entrusted Shisu, the last dragon in question, which is voiced by Awkwafina. So right off the top, you're gonna recognize the voice of the last dragon. I personally did not pay the $29-$30, whatever it is, that you have to pay on Disney Access to watch it. I went over to a friend's house. Yes, D-Real did it like that. But anyway, the adventure ensues when Raya's dad invites all of the tribes to their village to kind of... Raya's dad's a dreamer. And Raya's dad wants to bring back the good old times when everybody was together as one. But everybody else got different plans. And without revealing too much of the plot, the movie becomes a quest to gather up the pieces of this dragon gem. Oop, I just told you, the dragon gem gets broken. So let me stop giving out serious plot parts. This is difficult for me. I'm the type of person, I want to just spill everything. So I have to choose my words carefully and not drop plot points. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to say about this movie that I like, that I really like. First of all, I like the fact that it is an entirely Asian cast. And when I say Asian, I mean Asia, like Asian. There are Korean actors like Sandra Oh and Daniel Dae Kim. And like I said, I mentioned Awkwafina. There's the one gal, what's her name? Kelly Marie Tran. She's the gal that played, what was the chick's name? Rose, I think was her name, Rose Tico or something like that. Didn't like those Star Wars movies, but we're going to move on. Okay, another thing I liked about this movie was the CGI and the cinematography. Oh my God. There were points during this movie where I actually forgot it was an animated feature. You know, they're on a boat and they're going down a river, and I'm like, damn, that looks like a real river. Watch it, bruh. Watch it in 4K. If you can't watch it in 4K, get the best HD you can, because trust me, it's worth seeing in all of its glory. I mean, you know how Pixar get down, but they done step their game up. It's like Moana on steroids. That's how good the movie looks. Story wise, um, like most Disney movies, it's the hero's journey. If you haven't read the hero's journey and haven't gleaned that, like, the plot to every movie about a heroic antagonist doesn't follow the recipe written out in the book, The Hero's Journey. You know, Luke Skywalker, The Hero's Journey. Harry Potter, The Hero's Journey. You know what I'm saying? The from wide-eyed young rookie to seasoned vet doing what they were destined to do. That's the hero's journey. And Raya goes on the hero's journey admirably. Third, that I liked about the movie, it's a Disney movie, of course, and so they're going to be teaching lessons. And the lesson that they taught, I think the one that was the most prevalent, or the two that were the most prevalent in this movie, were trust. Overall, you've got to be able to put trust in someone who you may not necessarily want to trust. Unity that is definitely a prevailing theme in that movie. The people in that movie unify and don't even realize that they're unifying. Of course, Raya and the Last Dragon, a lot of martial arts going on. So, I mean, even the fight scenes, in this movie, even though it's animated, but they still follow realistic laws of movement. Okay, there isn't, somebody like just leaping in the air and staying there and floating and posing Matrix style. It's actually, real time fighting. Overall, I would recommend you going to see Raya and the Last Dragon. I would recommend you going ahead and paying that 22 or 20, whatever it was. I would recommend paying it. If in retrospect, knowing what it is, and I've seen it, I'd pay for it. It's that good of a movie. It's that entertaining of a movie that it can hold your attention, and anybody else who's with you in the room watching Raya and the Last Dragon, it'll hold your attention. Again, the lessons taught in this movie, invaluable, man. I can't say too much more about Raya and the Last Dragon without giving out spoilers. But yeah, what rating would I give Raya and the Last Dragon? Me, after watching it last night, I give Raya and the Dragon like a solid 8.5. Yes, an 8.5. It was that good. The plot, even though it was predictable, it happened in a way that wasn't predictable, if that makes sense. Another thing, I found the movie to be very gender neutral, character-wise. And I think that was something that Disney was saying, that they were gonna do. Anywho, and so they did it. I mean, Raya is close to her father. I know, like in a lot of Disney movies, it's always something about a mama or something like that. But Raya's really close to her father, and then there's another character that's close to her mother, and they kind of bounce off of each other as far as their familial upbringing. But overall, great movie. 100% recommended. Great for the family. Great date movie. It's just a great movie overall. Again, solid 8.5. Strongly recommended. Okay. This has been the non-spoiler review of Raya and the Last Dragon by your man D Real. I will be back with another fun topic, another fun issue, another interesting issue next time. Until then, y'all be good and be good to each other. Hey.